not talking about this green revolution. I am talking about this. For most of human history, we powered our world with green energy. Windmills pumped water. Water wheels milled grain. The sun dried our food. Then we found this. Oil, black gold, cheap, powerful, and everywhere. It changed everything, but it came with a cost. By the early 20th century, oil became the fuel of everything. Cars, trucks, planes, ships, factories, you name it. A single barrel of oil holds the equivalent of 4.5 years of human labor. Think about that. Oil didn't just move machines. It moved the world. But that energy came at a price. A price we didn't fully understand at first. Burning oil releases carbon dioxide, lots of it, along with other pollutants that warm the planet and poison the air. And there was another problem. Oil made countries powerful, not just economically, but politically. During the 1970s, oil-producing nations formed alliances like OPEC, and they knew the world couldn't live without oil. When conflict hit the Middle East, they shut the taps off. Oil prices quadrupled. The global economy froze. Oil wasn't just fuel anymore. It was a bargaining chip, a weapon, a source of control. To this day, global politics often revolve around pipelines and oil reserves. We built our world on a substance we don't fully control, that damages the air we breathe, and that we burn once, then it's gone forever. So, what's the alternative? Long before electric cars and solar rooftops, the idea of renewable energy wasn't new. In the 1970s, when oil shocks hit hard, some people started to ask, what if there's another way? Solar panels popped up in deserts. Wind turbines appeared on hilltops. But it wasn't quite a revolution. Not yet. Early solar and wind tech was limited, expensive, unreliable. And there was a huge problem. What do you do when the sun isn't shining or the wind isn't blowing? Fossil fuels had one big advantage: consistency. You burn it, you get energy, day or night, rain or shine. And during the tech boom, we needed more energy than ever. So renewables, they stayed on the sidelines. But the warnings got louder. Climate change wasn't just a theory anymore. It was measurable and visible. Then something changed. Technology started catching up. Batteries got cheaper. Solar panels got more efficient. Wind farms got bigger. And suddenly, the green revolution was on. Politicians took notice. So did corporations. And a generation of activists began pushing harder than ever. It finally felt like the world was starting to wake up. But here's the thing. Green energy has its own dark side. This is what the future was supposed to look like. Electric cars, clean skies, no emissions, just plug in and go. But there's a part of the story we don't always see. Let's start with batteries. The kind that power your EV, your phone, your laptop. A key ingredient in those batteries is cobalt. Almost 70% of the world's cobalt comes from the Democratic Republic of Congo, and some of it is mined by children working in dangerous, unregulated conditions. No gloves, no helmets, just bare hands digging for hours for a mineral that ends up in your green car. The supply chains are long, murky, and hard to trace, but the demand is skyrocketing. Because the more we electrify, the more batteries we need. And batteries need cobalt, lithium, nickel, all of which must be dug out of the earth. And then there's wind energy, clean, right? Turns out, these blades are made from fiberglass reinforced plastic. They're massive, heavy, and non-recyclable. So when they wear out, after about 20 years, they end up here. Even solar panels, after about 25 years, become waste. And recycling them is complex, expensive, and not widely done yet. A lot of these new green technologies rely on old patterns. Extract resources, ship them halfway across the world, and hope no one asks where they came from. So yeah, green energy is cleaner at the point of use, but the way we build it? Still messy, still unjust, still far from sustainable. But here's the key difference. These problems can be fixed. Unfortunately, we cannot wait for technology to resolve all these issues before implementing it at scale. It is scale itself that is helping technology evolve. So here's where we are. We know that burning oil and gas forever is not an option. But building a green energy world isn't clean either. The good news is that this industry is still young, and it's learning fast. Unlike fossil fuels, which we burn once and they're gone, batteries, panels, and turbines can eventually become circular. That's the key difference. You can't unburn oil, but you can unbuild and remake a battery. You can reuse the minerals, recycle the panels, reinvent the process. And around the world, people are trying to build batteries without child labor, to design wind turbines that don't end up in landfills, to make solar panels that last longer and leave less waste. It won't be easy or perfect, but it doesn't have to be. Because what we're really trying to do is replace an energy system built over 150 years in just a few decades. And we're doing it while trying not to repeat the same mistakes. The green revolution isn't green yet, but it can be, if we're honest about the trade-offs and bold enough to fix them.